back to Aussie Homeschool Adventures. My name's Jo. It's great to have you here. Today I'll be sharing with you my 2021 Australian homeschool curriculum choices. My girls are now grade 4 and grade 3. So this year we'll be starting our new electives very soon. In Australia, our homeschool year starts in January usually for most people, and we've already started back with our lessons. We're doing a very slow start to school because we've had quite a while off for our summer vacation. Not that it's been particularly warm here where I am in Queensland. We've actually had a really cool and very wet summer. So it's nice, everything's beautiful and green, and it hasn't been terribly hot. So I will be taking you through our elective choices for my grade 4 and my grade 3 girls. We are still finishing up our core subjects from last year, our workbooks for our language arts and our maths. So we'll be working through those until we finish them. I estimate that'll probably be end of first semester, maybe a little bit sooner, just depending on how we go with that. So that's our plan for those subjects. I'll show you what we're using for them, and I'll take you through what I'm using for our electives. So please, if you like this video, great, give it a thumbs up for me. It really helps me out. Share it with your friends, those that you might find that are homeschooling as well too and might be interested in this. It would really help me out, help me to grow this channel, guys. Help me to share homeschooling support and encouragement for other mums out there in Australia. There's a growing number of Australian homeschoolers, and there's a growing number of us trying to share encouragement here on YouTube. So please help me out so I can help other people out that are just starting out in homeschooling. I've been doing this now for about, well, I started with my youngest when she was pre-K, so about 4. She's now 9, so you can do the math and work that out. But I've been homeschooling both of my kids since the beginning. They've never actually been to school, so they're really lucky in that regards in some ways. Others might say otherwise, but we feel like they're pretty lucky. And they love it, we love it, and it really works for us. If you want to know more about my homeschooling journey, let me know in the comments down below, and I can maybe record a video talking about our homeschool decision and why we homeschool and all those sorts of things. Let me know if it's something that you'd like to see. But otherwise, please subscribe to my channel, and let's get this video started. I'll turn this camera around. Alright, so I'm going to start with our Australian history unit. So this is one that our girls will be combining on together. I'm going to be using a combination of a few different things. Some I can't actually show you because I haven't purchased them yet, and they're a digital resource. So we're going to work with the My Place story. This book is beautiful. It starts and in the year 1988. This is where the book begins, which is already quite a significant time ago for my girls outside of their life. So it starts in 88 and then it goes back in time 10 years at a time, telling about the differences in that area or in that same street and how the area has changed. It goes right the way through into Aboriginal history. It briefly touches on some of that sort of history and goes back to 1788. So we'll be using that one, along with, we're reading bits and pieces of this one together, The Upside Down History of Down Under. We'll be using the My Place TV show that ABC produced, the ABC Kids, so it's I'll be purchasing the digital viewing rights to watch that with the girls, and we're also going to watch bits and pieces of the ABC show Back in Time for Dinner and Further Back in Time for Dinner. So they're fantastic shows. I will insert some little still images of the two of them so that you can have a little look at those. So that's our Australian history. Our world history, we're going to finish Story of the World Volume 1, Ancient Times, and then I will move on to Story of the World Volume 2. I don't have it yet because we're still finishing up this one. We're almost done. And then I will get Volume 2 ready to go for us in the probably next term. Then my oldest is doing coding. You probably saw this book come through on our back to school haul. So this is my Unbinders book. We got it from Kmart. So it's really good. She's already started and done a little bit with Daddy on Friday just gone. So it's a really simple little, it's almost done like missions and spy school, which she just thinks is awesome. And is really enjoying it. So they'll work through that together, her and Daddy. My husband is an IT person, so he is in charge of teaching coding to her and her sister when she wants to learn. So that's our coding elective. We've chosen to use the Good and the Beautiful's Creative Arts and Crafts project this year, so I've just downloaded this and I've just printed it out. Just one copy at the moment. If I need to print more, I can. So we'll do a few of the, we'll work our way through the lessons in here together, and see how we go with that for our art this year, as well as doing some more drawing using Art Hub and Kerry Hess's watercolour illustration classes again. I want to revisit those one more time. So we'll do those for art and craft this unit from the Good and the Beautiful as well. This is our safety unit. So this is a science unit from them. It's fire safety, water and electricity, earthquakes and natural disasters, God gave me a body, home alone, kitchen and cooking safety, internet and peer pressure, and gun safety. It is a little American, but some of these things are pretty global, like fire safety. So we'll work our way through this curriculum. I mean, we have lightning in Australia. Some of the photos are very much Northern Hemisphere, but that's all right. We can work our way through this and see how we go. And the beauty of these sorts of lessons is I can pick and choose what we will and won't cover. But I like the kitchen and cooking safety, and I actually really like the fact that there is a unit in here on internet safety as well, because my girls are getting older now and we're starting to venture into our online worlds a little bit more. So yeah, we'll be working through that one as more as a health and PE sort of style unit for us. Then for our other science, I have 2 science units that we'll be working through simultaneously. We're going to do the elementary zoology from master books, so we'll be working on this one to start with. I'm waiting on their elementary chemistry and physics books. They haven't come in yet. They're coming from America, so they're on their way. Once they've come in, I'll probably do a updated video. So we'll work our way through this one. They've just recently updated this and changed it. They've added in this book and took out a different one that was in there. So their worksheets are pretty basic in this. There's nothing particularly challenging, but I like the fact that it's actually teaching them about basics of research, because we read the pages here and then there's questions to answer from the word bank, and the information will be found in the books. So I'll show you the books that go along with this curriculum. We have God's Amazing Animal Creatures and Me. This is a little devotional book. It's quite pretty. Then we have How Many Animals Were on the Ark. So this is all about animal kinds. So this is a really beautiful book from New Leaf Press and Master Books. So we'll work through this together. Then we have the Complete Aquarium Adventure, which we'll work through, and then hopefully take our girls to the local aquarium, which is not too far from us. The Complete Zoo Adventure. So these are really quite unique books. They have a whole lot of different information in them about the animals, and information about zoos and biomes, and yeah, beautiful pictures and illustrations. So we'll work through the curriculum as the books say to for now. And then the last book that they suggest is this one, which is God's Big Book of Animals. It is actually quite a large book, and it has absolutely beautiful pictures and illustrations in it. And then I'll supplement along the way if we fall down rabbit holes. I've got some beautiful books here on animals. We've got the DK book. We've got this one that I got from Aldi. Pretty sure that was an Aldi book too, this one. This beautiful encyclopedia from Kmart. So this will just be supplementary research one. And then the last animal book I've dug out to go with our zoology is our animal atlas from the Lonely Planet Kids. So this book is beautiful too. So that's our zoology curriculum. So the other unit I'm going to do, I haven't printed this one out yet because we'll wait until we've started, well, finished probably one of our other units before we start this one, but the girls were wanting to learn about the ocean and that. So I found this one. This is The Good and the Beautiful's Marine Biology. It's actually a free download on their website. So it looks amazing. It's got really beautiful pictures and whatnot. Here we go. And it looks like it's quite hands-on. I'll skip ahead to, yeah. So saltwater and buoyancy experiment, oceans of the world. There's some seriously beautiful photos in here. So yeah, we'll dive in and do this unit at some point this year as well. So I'm excited about that one, and the girls are too. So that'll be another brief snippet of, I guess it's science. It'll be more like a unit study for us though, so we'll do that one too. So for our geography unit this year, we're going to use this one as our spine, the Master Books Elementary Geography and Cultures. So this is the teacher's manual. I've only printed out the first 20 or so pages of it. I really like their teacher guides. They give you a great overview of it, summary of how long it should take and things to go through with it, a little description, which is actually really handy. I pull out bits and pieces of this for my reporting for the education department. Then it gives you a schedule, which is really useful. So I printed all that out ready to go so I can keep track of what we're doing. And then there's some worksheets to go along with, like the Passport to the World. So these sheets here link up with this book, Passport to the World. So this book's all about languages and things like that. So it's a beautiful book. Lots of bright, glossy pictures, information, all about countries around the world. So we'll be using this one as part of our spine. So they give you some basic activities. It teaches you the basics of research, basically, because it wants you to read these pages and then answer these questions. And all these answers are found in the text in the book that you've just read. So it's really teaching the girls that basic premise of researching for an answer. And then there's an activity, colouring the flag, and then usually some sort of cooking or something like that to make as well. So we'll work our way through those. There's Passport of the World, and then this beautiful big book here, the Children's Atlas of God's World, and this is a ginormous book. Yeah, it's huge. And once again, it's got beautiful big pages, maps, information, things about the country and culture and their languages and symbols and flags and all that sort of stuff. So we'll be using that as our basic spine. And then to supplement, I have some beautiful books. I've got our DK Children's Atlas. This one I think came from Big W. So it's got beautiful maps and more information again on different countries. So we have that one. We have this one. I love these books, the Lonely Planets travel book. So this is this one came from Kmart. So once again, it'll have some of the same information, but some different information as well. So we'll use this one. It's got beautiful information even about animals and things. So it all links in really well with our zoology science unit that we're doing too. And then I have this one, which came from Kmart as well, the I Heart the World book. So this one's another beautiful. This one's got more illustrations and less pictures, but it's a really nice book as well. And then to tie it all in together, and I'll probably do this as a bit of an intro, I actually have this unit here. Now this has come from another Australian homeschool family. So this has come from Carly Rayner at the Homeschool Families Network. So she's done this beautiful little unit, a quick trip around the world. So it's very basic, but it will be a really good introduction. So talking about the continents and the oceans of the world. So we'll work on that, which once again will tie into our ocean studies unit. So just a few activities and little flags so we can pin them onto here and put it on like a corkboard. Just labeling the continents, labeling the oceans of the world, a matching activity to help them recognize the shape of the continent and the names of the continents as well, which is really good. And then there's little pages like this, so these are like your research pages about the countries, the continents I should say. So just an overview of each continent, what hemisphere it's in, the population, how many countries, how big it is. So we'll probably work through this one first and then dive into our other geography unit. And then this goes along with it as well. So these are our little ring cards. So I'm going to cut these up and we'll have these on hand. They've already been painted on. The joys of leaving resources around. So just a little flat ring cards or flashcards that has the number of countries. It actually has the answers to those questions on the pages that are in later. So it will be a good little resource. So I'm looking forward to doing that one with my girls. I'll leave a link in the description below if you're interested in any of these curriculums, and you'll be able to get your hands on them. So that's our geography studies. Then this year for Bible, we're going to use Masterbooks Elementary Apologetics. So this works through the answers for kids' books. So I bought the box set here of them all. So these are really nice little books. There's about 22 questions in each book on different subjects. So the book one is on creation in the fall. It asks a question and gives an answer. So we will work through this one together because the girls are asking questions about things. So once again, it gives you sheets to fill in that are really basic. Whether we do these in a written form or whether I'll actually get the girls just to do it orally with me, depending on the mood that we're in. And then there's some other activities at the end to do. Like this one is creating something from nature, collecting items from nature and making a Garden of Eden picture. So we'll work our way through that and pick and choose the activities that we like to do. So that's what we're going to use for Bible, along with any other devotions that were included in the zoology curriculum as well. So our read alouds this year that we're going to start with, we've got Little House in the Big Woods. So we'll probably read that one at some point. Planning on starting with this one, The Voyages of Dr. Dolittle. So this is a retold classic start. So I think they're just a little bit shorter and simpler. So we've just did Black Beauty at the end of last year. So we'll try Dr. Dolittle. I figured this one would tie in really nicely with our zoology unit. And then the last one I have is Stuart Little. We haven't read this one yet either. This is actually, I don't think I've even read this as a child. I know I've watched the movie, but I don't think I've read the book. So I'm looking forward to reading this one with the girls as well. So that will be our read aloud, and we'll do a literature study lap book to go along with all of those titles as well. So yeah. And then Miss grade 3 this year, but she's still finishing up her maths lessons for a living education level 2 book. Like I said, where are we? We are past the halfway point. Yeah, we're up to here. So we're up to day 82. Unit lesson 17. So we're over halfway through that, so we should finish it up maybe by the end of first term, otherwise mid-year, and we'll start the next level in that series because we've been finding them working well for us, and we like them, so we'll continue with these. And then she'll finish up her language lessons level 2. She's in about the same place in that as well, also from Master Books. And then this is last year's book. I'm actually changing it this year. We're going to use the targeting handwriting books. I just had this one to show you. My other ones haven't arrived yet. I'm actually going to switch, and I'm going to use the New South Wales version because I like the New South Wales cursive font and cursive writing better. It's actually more designed for cursive, to join your letters up and to allow you to write faster. So that's the plan for both my girls for their handwriting this year. Then Miss Grade 4, so Miss 9, she'll be finishing up her language lessons level 3 book. She's about the same distance through that, and the 101 Bible stories that goes along with that. She's enjoying reading these and doing the activity that goes along with those. And then she's finishing up her level 3 maths as well. Once again, about that same, just over halfway through. So we really enjoy these, even though they are American. We love the little stories and activities. Yes, there's American money in there, but 9 times out of 10 I can change it straight to Australian currency. And the feet and inches, I just transfer those to centimetres and metres. It's usually easy enough at this level to do a straight swap. If it gets to the point where that no longer works, then I will worry about that at that time. But for now, for most of it, it hasn't been an issue. And like I said, same for her. She'll be getting her New South Wales targeting handwriting for cursive for this year for her handwriting. So I think that's pretty much everything for our 2021 homeschool year curriculum choices. I hope you found that interesting. If you've got any questions about what we're using for what and what we're covering or not covering, leave me a question down below. I'm happy to answer it. If you want to have a closer look at any of the books, I can film a flip through or something like that. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Please give this video a big thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!